Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hellcat. It's a Tier 6 American turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Pilsen, and this one is under the command of Dave333 of the DUKIT clan. Now, he's armed with the 90mm gun. I can tell that straight away because he's got a muzzle breach right at the very end, and only the 90mm has that one. Game on. Well, 90mm capable of 240 alpha, penetrates 160mm with standard ammo, and with the APCR it goes to 243mm. With the HE rounds you can do 320 alpha, but only 45mm of pen. This is a tier 7 game with tier 6 tanks in it, and yes, I think he's looking to do some serious damage to the enemy. He doesn't have much in the way of armour, because the Hellcat was only armoured around the turret front. 76.2mm at the front, but the rest of the vehicle very, very light on armour indeed. 12.7mm on the hull all the way round, and on the sides of the turret it was only 31.8 and 12.7 at the back. What was great about the Hellcat was its speed. It was the fastest tracked vehicle in World War II. 72 kilometers an hour maximum speed, and another really good feature was the fact that the engine was capable of being taken out in the field, and he's trying to kill the enemy Arty at the moment, right at the back of the map. Now he's firing. Oh, now he hit something there. Definitely hit something there. Somebody's there. Gives it another shot. No guarantee that that one hit though. So something is up in that corner of the map. But you don't get a lot of ammunition, so it's not worth blasting away forever. 30 rounds of ammunition. Yep, he got a critical hit because he actually went into the tracks on the Cromwell. Yeah, you've got to be careful. You don't blast away too much ammunition, because at the end of it, you could find yourself short of a round or two when you need it. He's now firing the premium ammo. Now, the development work started on the Hellcat 1942. They actually started the first prototype in April 1943, and between July of 1943 and October of 1944, they built 2,507 of them. In actual fact, the troops preferred the M10 Wolverine rather than the Hellcat. But I think a lot of people like the Hellcat really because, of course, not only the name, but also the design and the fact that it was the fastest armoured vehicle in the war. In actual fact, the Hellcat only had a 76mm main gun, not the 90mm. They fitted one 90mm gun to a Hellcat at the testing grounds at Aberdeen just to see if it could be done, and then they took it off. They didn't put them into production. In actual fact, there are three types of 76mm gun. The original, which was a 3-inch, which is 76mm, and then they had the M1A1 and the M1A2, both tier 7 or tier 6 guns, but they've got different fire rates. Now, in actual fact, if you wanted to replicate the Hellcat as it was, you'd be much better off arming it with either the M1A1 or the M1A2, because not only do they have a much faster fire rate than the 90mm, but you'll actually get much more ammunition as well, which means you can happily blast away without worrying of running out of ammo. Well, he knows there's some enemy down there because that Cromwell got spotted again, and he's sitting here waiting for the enemy. Our Arty directly behind us is probably quite happy that he's got a guard looking after him. Of course, that's not the main function. What we're doing at the moment is a tank destroyer is trying to kill the enemy tanks that come out. Looks like we might get our wish very shortly. The Cromwell keeps moving backwards and forwards. He's not a one-shot. And you can see our T-25-2, also armed with the 90mm, is a lot closer. It means that if the enemy does pop out, there's a good chance the Dave or the T25-2 are going to hit the guy at the same time, and he'll go out the game there and then. Enemy in sight. It's the Tiger 131. Got the side of his turret. And a nice hit, a high roll for 230. Actually, is that a high roll? No, it's not. It's a low roll, isn't it? It's a 240 alpha. And he gets the kill. So that's his first kill of the game. Now, oh, that Churchill 7 just died. T25-2's moved up. That might spook the Cromwell. But we've got a Skoda T25 over by the coal area, the coal dump. And he might come in this direction. He's very close to the cap area. I'm not sure if the enemy knows that we're over here. Of course, the Tiger knows that he was taken out from this general direction. And the IS is close to our cap. He hasn't spotted that yet, but now I think he is. Yep, there's the IS. Okay. Yep, we have got a shot. Go for the engine bay. He's hiding behind the rubble. That's why we can only see the top of him. In fact, he is behind the rubble at the cap area. No, that's not going to work. You do need to hit the cupola on the IS if you can. But the IS has actually realised there might be a kill, I think. He keeps popping out or in. He's circling his reticule just to see if anything comes. There's a target. Go. Puts one in the side. Gets an average roll. Go for it again. Take the kill. No, couldn't get it with that one, but he did get another hit, and it's a high roll this time. The IS is a one-shot, and he gets the kill. That's his second kill, but the Skoda's now in play, and he's in the cap area. Oh, it's the Goka, and he's gone. That's the third kill. There's the Skoda. He is in the cap area, but he's just the other side of the rubble, and one of our teammates gets him instead, the Sture Mill. Okay, 45 TP in a Basotto. No joy there. Okay, there's the one. T43 didn't get hit. Now, where did that shell go? Enemy Arty's firing at our Arty. No, he left that one a little bit late. And he needs to move closer to the bush because he's not getting the bush mechanic anymore. So he can't see if his shells are hitting or not. Get closer or you'll not get the shot. They're in the factory at the moment. We've got nobody spotting except us, and now the Arty's firing with the last two left on the team, and he's still sitting too far away from the bushes to actually spot them. Come on, Dave! Move closer! And Arty's firing in now, and he's aiming at the SU-8 behind us. Come on, Dave! Move closer! Dave! Dave! Wake up! Well, he gets that hit, but he has to change position. He did get spotted, and now he's getting hit. And this is where the weak armor on this thing really comes in, unfortunately. Yeah. He left that one way too late. Yeah, if you can't see the enemy because all your teammates are killed, you've got to get close to the bush to see where they are. But he does take away that one. He will be spotted. No! Well, that's amazing. Get the Sture Mill. He's just over that rise. Nope, missed him with that one. Let's hope he doesn't run out of ammunition. He could use the... oh, the Arty got him for us. He could have used the HE rounds for that because the Sture Mill's got no armor. Okay, take him. Yes, lovely shot. Now it's just two Arty to kill. And we know where one of them is. He's over in the northwest corner of the map because, of course, we were firing at him early in the day. I think that was a GW Panther, actually. The M44, I'm not so sure where he is. Well, we might as well just go straight in. He's going to be as blind as a bat. He might get one shot at us, but the SU-8's going to be ready for him. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to knock loudly to get Dave to wake up, but sometimes players just won't get close enough to the bush. They want to use the bush mechanic, and they understand the bush mechanic, The problem is that they don't realise that they're the last of their teammates alive. He got some air there. Yep. Comes with being the fastest vehicle in the game. He's loaded the HE. Let's see. Are you at home? No, he's moved. We didn't get spotted. So he has definitely moved. And more than likely, he's actually moved over in this direction. Now, the M44 is fairly fast. Oh, and he gets some air again. He is fast. Don't go in the cap, whatever you do. That will set it off. Yes, the M44 is based on the Walker Bulldog hull, so it is reasonably fast. The GW Panther, though, is very slow. Almost, well, what can I say about the GW Panther? It should have a turbocharger. It doesn't. It has half the power that a standard Panther has. Now, I doubt if the enemy Arty is going to be obliging. But if I'm... Oh, there he is! And one of them... Oh my gum, the enemy Arty has been spotted. He's actually over by the RSU-8. And yes, he did actually take out RSU-8 with a shotgun. That was the M44. So over here, we've got the GW Panther, who gave away his position. He doesn't think he's been spotted, but now he is. And now he's going to be a bit worried, because that's the end. Oh, no, didn't get a kill. But the next shot we will, and there's not a lot he can do about it. Okay, now it's just a case of chasing down the M44 to win the game. For Scoochie's medal, he's got his Top Gun, and the enemy Arty is definitely trying to kill us. The M44, bless him. It's a bit late. All he can do now is try and run, and I think he would probably try and run north if he could, knowing that we're coming diagonally across the map towards him. The smart move might be to actually try and cut him off, and that's exactly what Dave's doing. Just cut straight across. And he wants to go diagonally. M44 is going to have the same problem that Dave had. Get too close to the bush's edge, you might get spotted. He probably thinks that he can get a shotgun, just like he did on the SU-8. But I don't think we'll find him here. But we do have enough time to find him and kill him. If he's still here, he's stayed in the wrong place. But he's not here, so we might as well just go straight north. Now there is one place he could hide, and that's... Oh, careful here. Oh, certainly got some air. There is one place he could hide in this little corner here, going around the corner and hiding behind the building. That would force us into a shotgun position where he could actually get the advantage of us. But no, he's decided not to go in and check there. We've got the 2-minute warning. I'm not sure he would have got all the way up here though. And he's deciding not to go into the bushes up there. He should just check up there just in case. Nope, not there. It's too late to cap out. He seems to like getting air in this thing. Don't go into the cap. That just tells the enemy where you are. Oh, he's doing it. No, don't cap. You can't cap. It's not enough time to cap. Honestly. You're now telling the enemy where you are. And there he is. Oh my gum. He stayed very, very close. And one shot takes him out. He was very lucky to find that guy, but he did. Here's is the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Dave333 in the Hellcat. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, bruised the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6 in that one. He got a Pescucci's medal because he killed both enemy SPGs, and he got a Top Gun when he killed the GW Panther, and getting the M44 won him the game and also gave him his 7th kill. His win 8 from the game, 8,177. If we look at team score, we can see that the highest damage in the game turned out to be the 45 TP on the enemy team. He got a high caliber and 2,962 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to Dave333 with 2,454. And the third highest damage went to the Story Mill with 1,941 hit points of damage. And when it came to kills, we can see, yep, Dave333, 7 kills. He got the highest. 3 kills went to the Story Mill, the 45 TP M44 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the T25-2 on his own team, the Skoda T25 and the Passotto on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he got that one for sure, 1,274. He's the only player to get over 1,000 base, and in fact, he was the only player left alive at the end of the game, with the next highest being the Story Mill on his own team, got 862, followed by the Black Prince, who got 780. He fired 26 rounds in the game, so he came very close to running out of ammunition. So I said at the start, you only get 30 rounds with the 90mm gun. You do a lot of damage with each shot, 240, as opposed to the 110 you would get. It's slightly more than 110, actually, I think, if I remember correctly. Either 110 or 115 with the 76mm gun, but you get more rounds with those, and the fire rate is much faster. So it means that you could actually get 2 shots in for the cost of a 90mm round, and that means 2 modules that could be damaged instead of 1. And so it does make sense, economic sense, to have the 76mm gun, because you're going to get more shots out in the end and you won't run out of ammo. But as you can see here, Dave did nearly run out of ammo. He only had 4 shots left at the end of the game. 14 direct hits on the enemy, 13 penetrations, 2,454 hit points of damage, of which 1,111 were at more than 300 meters. So that might have been some of those shots that he was firing into the bushes at the far end, where he actually did hit someone. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. Yep. And he also spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7, 396 hit points of damage resistance. The 2 tanks he spotted, by the way, were the GW Panther and the M44. He earned 30,921 credits on a premium count for the game, but he did get a 50,000 mission completion bonus, so he would have made a loss but for that. He also picked up 4,777 experience points out of it again. So it was profitable. It's basically on credits and on XP, but there were a few lessons to learn. Firstly, if you are going to take this one in and do blind shots, use the 76mm gun. You've got more ammo to spare. You can take as many blind shots as you like. You won't be impinging on your ability to kill enemy tanks. You're much better off with the 76mm. And it does have a genuine fire rate. And if you can actually go into Tanks GG and compare those values, you'll get a better DPM, you'll get a better capacity. Overall, your ability to kill the enemy goes up. Having the 76mm, the 90mm actually handicaps you with its long reload. But yes, people like the 90mm gun. They like having that big muzzle brake at the end of their gun. But it really doesn't help you. It's actually better with the 76. The other fact that came out of that game was stay close to the bushes when you've got nobody to spot for you. Most of the battle, he was actually relying on other people to spot for him, and that's why he could stay back from the bush, the edge of the bush, and still see the enemy tanks. But the moment all of his teammates died, except for the SU-8, he was the one who was spotting, and he was too far away from the bush to actually see where the enemy tanks were. And so for a long time, those enemy tanks got very close to the hill, and I think one of them at least got a proximity spot on him before he actually saw them. And so, yes, that's the big danger. If you stay away from the bushes and you don't get closer, then you aren't going to get detected. You are going to be found. They are going to shoot at you. And with no armor, the Hellcat is vulnerable, very vulnerable indeed. So, yes, do remember, you have to get closer to the edge of the bush to spot where the enemy is and then pull back. But overall, it was a good game. It was an ace tanker. It was a Pascucci's, and he did get a top gun. And he did win the game for his teammate, but he was very lucky to find that M44 driver. And if I'd been the M44 driver, I would have hidden. I would have hidden and made absolutely certain that if he tried to take me out, then he would pay for it. In fact, he could have gone into that little alcove where you go in from either end. And if the M44 had sat in there, then Dave would not have been able to get a shot on him unless the M44 shotgunned him at close range. So if he'd done that, the M44 might have benefited from his 500 alpha by shooting the Hellcat, because he didn't have 500 hit points left at that point. And so that could have been a win for the M44. But it turned out that he wasn't in there. I think he drove close enough to get a proximity spot if the guy had been in there. But all the same, he was lucky to find that M44. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.